What better way to ask us anything than with a segment called Just That?
So, first question for all of our presenters, what is the best piece of advice you have ever been given? First up, Vancouver's Grant Hardy.
Ask us anything.
I think the best advice I've been given is to network and try to not say no to opportunities when people put them out to you, to really seek out people and put yourself out there. Sometimes going with the flow sounds nice and it's the easier option, but it doesn't always take you quite as far. So I think that that was really the key for me when I started networking more instead of just going with the flow.
I'm Laura Bain in Halifax. In terms of the best advice that I've ever been given, well, growing up, my mom always had lots of sayings like never borrower nor lender be, and early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I think I was really terrible at adopting any of those lessons, and that's sort of been the case for me with advice. I've been given a ton of great advice over the years, I'm sure, but I always seem to be the kind of person that needs to learn my lessons the hard way, which is through firsthand experience.
I'm Shelby Travers, and the best advice I've ever been given is probably from myself, which may sound a little bit conceited, but the advice was to just give myself a break and that I didn't have to be perfect. I'm a big perfectionist and I always want to please people, but that can be a little bit exhausting. So giving myself that break has really helped me be a lot calmer.
A piece of advice that I got when I was an intern at ET Canada from Rick Campanelli was that whatever you decide to do in television or media, you have to be so passionate about it. You have to understand everything, and the more you know, the better you're going to be set up for success.
That was Edmonton's Alex Smythe with some good advice. How about you, Anthony? Best advice you ever got?
My dad always tells me to just always be engaged in everything that you do, so that's what I try to do. What about you, Victoria?
I think the best advice I ever got was to see challenges as opportunities. So whenever things get tough, by facing it and taking it on, you know you're making yourself a stronger person.
That's great. All kinds of great words to live by. If you've got a question, you know you can ask us anything with an email to thisweek@ami.ca. Here's a question. How do you celebrate a century of remarkable change and progress for CNIB? How about a reception featuring more than 400 guests, including clients, volunteers, donors, staff, and community partners, like our own AMI President and CEO, David Arrington.
We have a very special relationship with the CNIB. We kind of are attached at the hip. We both serve the same audience, the blind and partially sighted audience. We share a lot of resources amongst ourselves, everything from marketing support back and forth. So we'll promote things going on at CNIB. They'll do marketing efforts to promote our services to their contingency. We also share research. John Rafferty, their president and CEO, is a member of our board. So they are like family.
I'm John Rafferty. I'm President and CEO of CNIB. Tonight's an amazing night. We're celebrating our 100th anniversary here in Ottawa, in the nation's capital. We're at the War Museum, which is incredibly fitting because we were founded by 7 amazing individuals returning from the First World War. And that, in combination with unfortunate tragic events that happened in the Halifax explosion, kind of propelled us into existence 100 years ago. So celebrating here is, I think, a really good homage to our predecessors, because our predecessors made forever changes. You know, so in a perfect world, if you could describe what would Canada be like, so that it was fully inclusive, fully accessible, communities were inclusive, technology was inclusive, I mean, that would be an amazing place.